I've been IGLing for about a month and I've been able to improve a good amount but still have lots to learn. In this video, I'll cover the mistakes I'm making now, what I'm doing to improve, and a lesson I learned that has helped me get better much quicker. The first issue I've been working on is confidence. If you're IGLing, you need to be confident in your ability to lead your team to a win. If you aren't confident in your calls, it could lead you to second guess or hesitate, which could cost you the game. You can see in this example I keep looking up at this building. That's because I wanted to blade up once and base there so we could be more elevated and have an easier rotate when zones started to pull. Instead, I took an extra long time to make that decision, and once I decided to actually do it, there was more teams in the area. That wasn't a problem, but I thought instead of catching myself on the brick like I originally planned, I could just land on the metal, but it was too short and ended up on this low layer, which was the opposite of what I wanted. I noticed that in a lot of my solo and duo games, I play too low layers, and that's usually due to me trying to land as far frontside as possible. Being too low could easily cause a lot of problems with using mobility and just being surrounded by too many teams. To prevent this, I just need to land a little further back and connect to a higher layer and just tarp in. You save so many mats with blades this season, so it's fine to just use some builds to tarp in and play it safer. Another issue that leads back to confidence is not speaking against certain calls that Turtle makes and just follow them even though I already have a plan in mind. Especially in duos, there's no problem allowing your teammate to lead or make a play, but in these specific cases, I had a plan of what I wanted to do but never communicated it to Turtle and it cost us. In this example, we needed to play this game out and had time for one more, so we weren't taking any unnecessary risks. However, we were close to the island on this rotate and I wanted to get ahead so we didn't get caught up with the other teams who would eventually run in behind us. But Turtle got tagged for 50 and wanted to run back to our box for extra heals. I knew that this would put us behind but didn't say anything, and once he finally got to me, there was a team close who managed to kill him and I went down shortly after. Here's another good example where a Turtle starts a rotate that I already had the plan for, and I just completely dropped what I wanted to do and follow his rotate. Alright, yeah, I just got extra mats here, pick up whatever's extra. Everything? That's cap metal. I'm blading. Alright, yeah, now you're good, you can grab it. All good. Me dying here was completely my fault. I have no idea what I was doing, but you could see what I mean by going against my original plan because of the lack of confidence in my ability to make good calls. The last example of low confidence affecting my gameplay is in my comms. You can hear in these examples I'm talking more than I would in previous videos, however I'm trying to communicate and figure out what I'm doing at the same time, which makes me sound unsure and harder to follow or understand. I need to be making quick decisions and communicate them and execute them without any hesitation.
Chilling.
I'm getting out to the left.
I'm with.
Nice. I have 200 on wood. Smack it.
Oh, yeah.
200 wood.
Not sure.
Yeah. Alright, just hang out for a second. Alright, full star.
Alright, pizza.
Alright.
Okay. Fight the pop it.
Okay. I'm on low gun.
Yeah,
I'm out.
another slur.
Another mistake I'm making now is not making my rotates easy to follow. This was a mistake I was making previously and fixed it for the most part, but still have moments where it happens now. But the issue isn't so much me making that mistake, it's more so my brain completely shutting down after the fact. In this example, zone pulled and I side jumped without thinking and immediately knew that Turtle wouldn't be able to follow me and regretted that decision, which took my mind off the fact that I had no mats and nearly died because of it. Adding on to rotates not being easy to follow, another issue I have is not being precise with my tarps. I realized this when watching pro scrims and saw how no builds were missed or wasted when tarping. This is probably the worst example I have of my builds being all over the place, which allows the team above me to take my tops without me even knowing. Oh no. Last one straight up. Catch myself on metal.
Mike, one layer above. I'm on you.
Give hearts.
Wait. 80.
Staying on the subject of tarping, I don't use the right material when I need to. You should be using wood when no one's around you or on something like a tack sprint rotate, brick when you're tarping, and metal to base up in zone. I do a horrendous job of keeping up with this, and as you can see in this example, I burn all my metal full tarping this rotate.
Yeah.
Run with me, run with me.
Yeah, try.
I'm going up. The last issue I'll cover in this video is being unaware of how many mats I have. There's so many times where I don't realize I'm low on builds until I fully run out. There's a lot of things to be aware of endgame, so having a mental checklist you automatically run through will help your awareness a lot. I got a lot better at looking at the minimap and watching it the second zone pulls by making sure I saw it every endgame until it started happening naturally. I need to start doing the same thing with my mats and this issue will be resolved. This week I learned something that will help me improve significantly faster as a player, and that's to apply things I learned to my game. This may seem really obvious, but I realized I would VOD or watch a video and get the information but do nothing with it. You could VOD review and gain as much knowledge as you want, but if you aren't actively looking on how to apply that to your game, you won't get much value out of it. 2 weeks ago, I watched a video from Destiny Jesus VOD reviewing Clicks and Senate, and he pointed out that Senate would build extra floors after blading to make it easier for Clicks to catch himself, and I may have done it once or twice, but I didn't make it a habit, which means I have that information for nothing. Yesterday, I rewatched that video for anything I may have missed or wanted to apply in scrims, and learned that when they take low ground, they tarp further into zones so that when it pulls, they're able to utilize dead side to keep low ground. Then 2 hours later in endgame, when we had low, I did the same exact thing and it worked with no issue.
They're trying to cut us off, you're so sad.
Yeah.
Back on low. Stay on me, stay on me, stay on me.
Yeah. Shot down high. I think they got hit for a little bit. Fall damage.
When you see this pull, we just run with this pull. Come here, come here, come here.
Yeah. In our back, by the way. Yo, I'm dropping you 100 metal.
Nice, stay up.
Okay, I'll just bring you out.
There you go now.
I'm sure this may seem obvious to you guys, and it seemed obvious to me as well, but I realized I didn't actively look to add these things into my game. A perfect example, and the one that made me realize this, is my friend Yusik started playing comp last season and got his first earned in that same season because he took all the info from the Destiny Jesus Masterclass, applied it, and improved really quick. I have the same information and did nothing with it, and is the reason for my slow progress. That's obviously changed now, and I'm looking to do a lot more VODing and learning to improve as a player. You can expect more VOD review videos in the future and just sharing things that I learned and found to be helpful. If you made it to the end of this video, be sure to like and subscribe and use code HOWL if you want to support me further. Also, if you could follow U6 on Twitch, I'd really appreciate it. He's been helping me out a lot recently, and he's trying to hit affiliate on Twitch and streams every day. I'll leave his link in the description. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.